Guys, welcome to MyGuy Reviews, review of The Fate of the Furious, aka Fast and Furious 8, Fast 8, F8, whatever you want to call it. This movie about cars driving crazy fast and Vin Diesel being in it. This is directed this time around by F. Gary Gray, I think that's how you pronounce it. He's the guy who directed one of the breakout movies of the summer, not this summer, not last summer, summer before. Straight Outta Compton, a story about friendship, a story about friends, family coming together, a great character story, an amazing movie, one of the best biopics you're ever going to see. And he's on board and he's making Furious 8, and he's got Diesel, he's got Dwayne, he's got Jason Statham, Michelle Rodriguez is back, Tyrese Gibson, Ludacris Bridges, Scott Eastwood. We've got Russell back, Charlize Theron is back, and it's a Fast and Furious movie. What can you say? Let's start with Furious 7, which was done by James Wan, which broke that huge $1 billion plus, and this one's on its way. But yeah, so where does this one start? Where do you go with it? So, you know, they're all retired. What else can they do? Dom's kind of like doing a street race with some dude. He wins the race and goes, keep your car anyway. I don't need it. And Dom is then kind of like approached by Charlize Theron, who I think is called Cipher. And she convinces him to work for her. Now, this is the big twist. Let me just get it out of the way straight away. She knows of Vin Diesel's child that he had back in Fast 5, I want to say, with that, I can't remember her name, but that FBI agent between 5 and 6. Anyway, they had a child. She kept the child. And this is where this big twist is. We've seen in the trailer, oh no, why is he gone against family? All this family stuff. Oh no, Diesel's gone rogue. Well, basically, she's kidnapped his kids, and he's now going to work for her when he should have just told his dudes, hey, she's got my kid. Let's go get the kid. Let's crack that pot. But hey, anyway, so there won't be a Fast and Furious movie if there's any kind of like real thought gone into it. Anyway, this is popcorn action film as always. So as always, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's got a job for them. So let's go do this thing for Hobbs. Anyway, let's go. Let's go get an EMP device from a military outpost in Berlin. This film, as all films, you know, you go to exotic locations, and of course they can steal anything now. They've got the team. They do everything. So as they're going away, this is when Dom turns rogue. This is our first glance of him going rogue, where he knocks the car over, Luke Hobbs's car, and basically by escaping and kind of going off, and what happens is they put him behind prison, and that's where he meets Jason Statham, and you know what's going to happen, because Statham does not like Dwayne in the film, not in real life, because they're best buds, unlike Diesel and Dwayne. Anyway, so this one is, these two are kind of at it. Anyway, they're in prison, but Deckard, played by the amazing Kurt Russell, he reveals and explains what kind of her idea is, what she's doing. She's the mastermind behind this. She employed Owen Shaw's to steal the Nightshade device. She orchestrated the attempt to steal God's Eye, Ramsey's software, and the team tracks Dom and to their location, and they're going to attack the base and steal God's Eye. When all of that's going on, of course, they also let Dwayne back out of prison with our good friend Jason Statham. And of course they go and they do crazy stuff as always. There's this huge sequence in the middle of the film where all the cars harpoon Vin Diesel's car. What does Vin Diesel do? Puts it into another gear, and all the cars kind of fall over. This is the kind of movie that these are. These are great action set pieces, because straight after that, Cipher She controls all those cars, and they come crushing down. Basically, she can control, because she's a cyber criminal. Everyone seems to be kind of hacking these days. Anyone can hack anything. That's what it seems like. And these movies kind of make it so easy. Ludacris hacks things. Ramsey hacks things. She hacks things. Everyone's hacking everyone. Anyway, those cars come out. They come crashing down. And it's an amazing action sequence. Again, as always with these films, these crazy over-the-top things happen. And as it kind of goes on, we go to another place. I think he has to retrieve something from Russia. I think it's like retrieve a nuclear thing. So he's in Russia. Before you know it, Dom is sent to. He has to retrieve something from New York City. Sorry, I forget. And that's when she releases the autonomous cars, the self-driving cars. That's a great little sequence, anyway. So Livy actually catches up to Dom, and at that point is ambushed and is nearly killed. But obviously they get away because you can't kill Livy because she's one of the main characters. Anyway, so Dom is sent to Russia again, now to use the EMP device to disable a nuclear submarine, enabling obviously Clipper to hijack it and start a nuclear war. Of course, why not get Diesel involved in that? So in the meantime, Deckard, who fakes his own death, gets the kind of like more former members of Dom's team now. I can't remember their names in the thing, but I think they're like Lego and Rico, to kind of like plan the rescue of Dom's son, who's kind of with the help of obviously Owen Shaw. Why not? Let's get everybody involved. He explains and kind of says, "Oh, Dom, your son is safe." And so they all decide, now's the time. Now we need to kill her. So what does she do? She's in a submarine. We've got this big action sequence going on again. She releases get this, heat-seeking missile. That's right, an infrared homing device, and Dom's car can outrun a homing device missile. Of course it can. Anyways, and it looks amazing. The whole action sequence is great. She still escapes by the end of it, escaping kind of like on a parachute out of a plane. And, everything seems to be fine. Back at the end of the film, as always, Hobbs is offered his DSS job back. He declines and he says, I want to spend some time with my daughter. Deckard then arrives to return Dom's son, putting their differences aside, with Dom and Hobbs in the process, and accepting them as family. Dom decides to name his son, of course, Brian, after the kind of like the final film, Paul Walker's character. That's kind of where the film ends. Now, as with all Fast and Furious movies, they are what they are. It's great action sequences. These aren't going to win Oscars, but these are great movies. Sit back and turn your brain off, because for 2 minutes you can just resolve the issues. But hey, why not? Because these are great fun. Action sequences are amazing, but they are dumb. It's a whole new chapter for the kind of Fast and Furious. I think these are 3 more to come out. Again, the great thing about this is it's the cast chemistry. The over-the-top action is what we come and expect. And everything else is kind of like pretty much the same. But, this is still over-the-top, kind of like, it's action with cars flying off doing this and stuff. But you can't top, I think, Furious 7's ridiculous skyscraper jump. So what can you do? Get a submarine. But by this time you kind of think, it's a bit exhausted, this franchise, but it still achieves to kind of like bring something to the table, which is the same, but in a kind of very energetic, very fun way. So still enjoying these movies as kind of like turn your brain off, fuel injected action set pieces. So yeah, great to work. I give this, as I always do with the Furious movies, about 7. They are what they are. Furious 5 or Fast 5 is the best in the franchise, and the rest are kind of like just leveling off to kind of just be pretty much the same stuff again and again, except James Wan directed one of them, which was sick. And there will be more of these, I believe 9 and 10 at some point. But yeah, tell me what you thought. Hit me up with your likes, your comments on the bottom. If you enjoy these films, can't wait for I think 2019 is when we expect the next one. April is kind of like they've locked down that kind of time. So hopefully we'll wait and see if anything cool happens in the next one. You know, why not take the cars underwater? Why not throw one into space? Yeah, this franchise can go anywhere.